Men's triples action about to get underway here at the Para-Nationals of the Burnie Bowls Club. What a bowls club it is here. Great facilities, outdoor greens. We've got this magnificent indoor facility, which has quite frankly saved us this week. Connor Munnings, as I welcome you in, Val Febo and Connor Munnings here on Rinkside Live, and what a facility we have at Burnie.
Yeah, Burnie's a great facility. One of the probably first indoors in Tasmania. I'm not sure if it's the first one. I'll need to check my facts in, but I know it's been around for quite a while.
So the matchup we have for you, this is going to be a pearler of a contest, because we've got Brett Sellers, Clive Williams and Damien Delgado of Queensland up against Lucas Protopappas, Josh Barry and Josh Thornton of Victoria. So first versus third. Just suffered a loss to New South Wales, did Victoria. Pumped them down a spot on the table. Lucas Protopappas with his first. And that is a very nice start from the Victorian from Heathmont. And I must say, we have got a very wonderful fan by the name of Dorian Williams. He's sitting not too far away from us, but he's brought us a bag of lollies and he's brought us a pen from the Penguin Bowls Club. And he's a very good man, is Dorian. He's just heard us talking about him on air.
Yeah, lovely man, and another great bowls club up here in the northwest of Penguin. Bowls Club, host of the Penguin Classic Pairs, one of the biggest tournaments going around on the bowling calendar.
I know Nick Hind has spoken about that many times on this telecast, and you and I are going to make a little sojourn there tomorrow to have a quick look at this big penguin.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at the penguin.
I do like penguins. I love the fact that they think that, you know, when they see a human in the wild, they stick around with the human because they think that they're big penguins and they try and lead them back so they're not left alone.
Yeah, well, we had Troy Corber say he could be a penguin by just dressing up in a tuxedo. And
his penguin suit.
He looks like one.
And that is a rip-up from Josh Barry. The quality that we're seeing already. Already right up there with the very best. Clive Williams. See what he can do. So Lucas leading for Josh. Josh second, and then Josh Thornton is the skip. Brett Sellers the lead. Clive Williams the second, and Damien Delgado the skip for Queensland. Josh Thornton, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist back in 2018. Also won an AO Open Pairs title with Barry Lester. $15 ends, 2 hour time limit. Damien Delgado striding past, and he's a world champion on the AO singles this year in the para disciplines.
It's great to have Damien on the stream during our last game.
I'll tell you what, this is looking pretty handy. Just dropping underneath the jacks. So still 1 to Victoria. The bowls that they're using, Brett Sellers, XGs. Clive Williams using the edges. And Damien Delgado with XGs as well. Lucas, GTRs. Josh Barry, SR. And Josh Thornton using Optima. Don't mind the colour of Josh Thornton's bowls, that's for sure.
Yellow and black.
Always good. The colour anyway, the team maybe not so much. Going in quite well here at the Burnie Bowls Club because the Burnie Tigers, it's the mascot.
Yeah, but the Tasmania Tigers.
True.
Which are extinct.
Yeah, well, they were a thing.
But they're trying to bring them back or something through
there's
some technology.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
It's really sad. There's a couple of species. I think there's a species of rhinoceros.
Yep.
The last male has just passed away and there's 2 females left, so extinct scientifically, but not literally.
Yeah.
But you're trying to work on ways in which they can preserve the species of rhino. It is really sad when that happens.
It is really sad.
Like, that is horrible. But I think everyone here in Tasmania has absolutely endeared themselves to us. It's been fantastic to be here on the northwest coast. Devonport, Burnie. Josh up there on the forehand. Trying to pop in another one here for the Victorians, and he's looking pretty good if this one gets down. Josh Barry says yes. And that is a 3 for the Victorians, who have started mightily well.
Yeah, great start for Victoria. It was really set up by Lucas and Josh B.
There's a lot of Joshes.
Yeah, at the Josh B and Josh T.
And yeah, looking at the draw, Queensland sitting on top of the table, 4 wins, 0 losses, plus 31. They've actually doubled the amount of shots scored versus conceded, 62 for, 31 against. New South Wales in second, plus 31 as well, but shot percentage is a bit lower. 4 wins and 1 loss as well. 3 wins and 1 loss for Victoria, so they'll need to win this one by, I would suggest, around sort of the 15 shot mark, which is easier said than done against an opponent like this. Lucas, again, in a pretty good spot.
Lucas loves the camera.
Lucas loves the camera, really.
So he's looking to put on a show. I said, "Mate, you're going to put on a show for us?" And he's like, "Yep."
He's already offered his services for tomorrow's men's singles final. He used to try and hide his desire to be on the microphone, and I think the last year or so since we had him on at the Paranationals at Broadbeach last October, he's been a lot more vocal in his aspirations. As welcome in Troy Corber, Bowls Australia's events manager. It's weird calling someone else that apart from Andrew Howie, who's now general manager of Bowls operations. Troy, welcome.
Thank you, Val. Yeah, once upon a time, Mark Casey and then Andrew Howie. Got some fair shoes to fill. Lucky I've got big feet.
I was about to say, you're size 15s. You'd be breaking those shoes.
I must say I'm being a little self-indulgent, making sure I was getting in the commentary for this game because it's going to be a ripper. Probably the pick of the team games on the schedule, I reckon. This will be a great game.
Well, both of which we've seen perform at a really high level in open events, let alone para. We've seen Damien Delgado at the Australian Open, reached the final 16 of the Open singles. Mentioned that Josh Thornton has won the Open pairs before. That is looking really good for Clive Williams.
Always great to see a lefty on the mat. Josh Barry. He's close here.
Very close. Didn't quite get the results he was after, but
he was stiff.
He's given Josh Thornton something to play to.
Well, even that plant out the front now looks like it might just hit the kitty through to a good spot for Victoria at the back as well. So lots of options coming up for Josh. But Clive's going to try and change the head here if he can.
And
Damien's urging it on.
2 ripping bowls from Clive Williams. There is only one Clive in bowls.
Clive Williams.
Clive Adams might try and bash me up for saying that.
I hope he's watching. Shout out Clive if you are.
We love you. He knows. He knows he's the Clive.
It was a very cool morning here in Burnie, but I'm just about to peel the second layer off.
Yep.
I started the day with 3, and now I'm down to a polo shirt. So
well, for those who, I was going to say you're in your birthday suit, but you beat me to it by saying you're in polo.
Trust me, viewers, I am not in my birthday suit.
I was trying to rattle him. Didn't work.
Josh on the hunt. He's going to go under. So what does Damo do here? He's only got 1 in the back. It's sort of splitting the pack up at the back a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if he tries to just sort of change this head and make it harder for Josh.
He's coming on his backhand, and can he try and sort of cover this around and get in between?
I don't mind that out that wide, because I think that Jackie on the front Victorian bower might send the kitty over that way. What can Josh do?
Wait again. Doesn't like it. It's an opportunity for Damien Delgado now. He's going to try and change his line. Can afford to be quite positive and sort of crash in if he needs to, or draw around.
Another lefty.
Damien Delgado just going to be under with his weight. 1, 2. And 3 reciprocated.
Some big numbers, Val. It's like called their power plays early.
Fortunately, in a power play, you can't score an odd number.
No.
But 3 apiece after 2, 12 ends to go. They're getting through them pretty quickly. These guys are all very quick players. I know Josh Barry and Josh Thornton, mightily quick from a Victorian point of view, and then Damien Delgado doesn't muck around. Called him against Chris Flavel in the AO final.
Chris has played some good bowls this week. He's been desperately unlucky. He drew a pretty hard section for the singles and fought very hard and played very well in a lot of them, but just didn't quite get over the line. But Brett's been very steady this week. He's been leading up really well for the Queensland Triples team. Lucas with his trusty bucket hat on.
Never seen Lucas wear a bucket hat before.
He popped it on yesterday, and I think he played pretty well in it, so I think he's just trying to keep the momentum going with it.
Well, the problem is that I've heard that Lucas didn't pack enough socks en route to Burnie, so he had to buy some from the shop here.
So Brett looking for about 5 feet correction here. He's done it pretty well, I think. It's holding on for him. That's a great correction.
Really
great
good
shot.
goal.
Can Lucas find the same sort of correction here?
Backhand for Lucas. He's watching. He might be sitting the bowl away if it gets down, or the jack. I reckon he might have done enough.
Great shot.
I feel like this is going to come down to the leads. Last time, or the last game that we streamed this morning between Queensland and Tasmania, Louise Hoskins was absolutely destroying the green with her bowls. It was on fire.
Trying to hold this bowl. Wow. It's another good one in the head. I think it's just out of the count. It's a good track for Clive. Is it going to stop for him? Oh, wow.
What a head, what an end.
He couldn't have played that much better, Clive. Gives the Victorians a little shelf just to sit on now, though, to add another. And they're never wasted behind. And that will get the spot as well, so... Reminder for viewers, it's a 2-hour time game, and Jacks will be respotted if the Jack is killed.
It's a bit weird playing respot after Champion of Champions the last couple of days where it's been killed ends. I must say I have missed it. I'm not a big fan of the killed ends. But I understand exactly why they're there and why they're very, very, very useful. Because if you're down 8 in a fours game, and you have no other options, well, go big or go home. If this gets around the front from Damien Delgado, he's not far away.
Well, I reckon that's enough. I reckon that shot, yep. Josh Barry indicating to Josh that he's one down. That was millimetre perfect. I didn't say centimetre perfect. I didn't want to infringe on copyright of the Great Dennis Committee.
It's all right. You've got just as dulcet tones. Josh Thornton, nope. He's looking to try and get around here. They're just holding out.
Can he get it to flop?
Well, oh, he has. Not quite sure if he's done the job. What a hot start this has been.
It's a pretty similar line here from Damien. Just needs to finish. Oh, wow.
I think the call was maybe.
A magnificent head of bowls that is.
Got Matty Flapper watching on in the far back corner of the green. He's been with the juniors this week as well.
Yes, JR and Ewing's been here for most of the week. Brought the big guns in for Fabulous Friday at Burnie.
It was Maddie's birthday yesterday. And we were waiting for the presentation to kick off for the under-18s, and we sang him happy birthday while things were being printed off, and then it was someone else's birthday, Nikita Danes from Tasmania, then it was Talia Stringer's birthday as well, so we had to sing it 3 times. Umpire called.
Sarah Hope, one of our visiting ITOs, will be coming out to have a look at this one.
She's very, very good at what she does.
She's been in Malaysia. She's was suffering a bit of jet lag the first couple of days. She was literally back from Malaysia and straight on a plane over to here.
Same with Daryl Rowley. Exchanged clothes with his wife, the dirty ones, gave them to her at Melbourne, took the clean ones on the plane to Tassie.
Just a slight climate difference between Malaysia and Tassie as well.
Good 25 degrees.
Not to mention the humidity levels.
I don't do well in the humidity.
It was stinking up at BPL, wasn't it?
At first day especially. 37 degrees, wind, and that is 1-2 Victoria. So they take the lead once again, 4 shots to 3. Very enjoyable start. But yeah, I think there was was it the Wednesday at BPL or Thursday? Humidity up, high 80s. BPL 18, though, I think that's still the worst BPL we've seen in terms of humidity. We're at 90 or 95% for the entirety of the week. And then BPL 19 at Moama, 40 degrees the last 3 days of the competition.
Yeah, that is warm. That's a different sort of heat down there too.
It's dry, which you can cope with.
So Lucas has thrown basically ditch to ditch here with the jack. It's inching closer and closer. Not a bad starter, about a foot short.
Sellers just dropping under. So the 4 maroon bowls, all Queensland appropriately. The black and white also Damo.
Making it nice and easy for us with those lead bowls.
They really are. And then sort of blue and aqua teal for Victoria.
Lucas is on a great track here. Gets good contact there. Good result. Good correction.
It's a really good home for Brett Sellers and Damien Delgado. Josh Barry has been one of the premier para bowlers for a mightily long time.
Matches up that one at the back. Won't go astray. Just Slightly underdone. So big chance here for Josh to just tuck that jack round the corner a little bit. Yeah, that's what Josh was wanting. A little trail. Make it really difficult for the Queenslanders to get to.
He's not a mile away. Good effort from Josh Barry.
It's not in the worst spot.
No.
Sort of makes it more weight critical for Queensland to be able to get to that jack now around the outside. So it's a dead draw here for Clive Williams. All the work here to do for Damien as they cross over. We spoke in the first session about the atmosphere here in the Burnie indoor. A lot of pennant flags, very successful and strong club for a lot of years, Burnie. A lot of regional and state Division 1 and Division 2 flags hanging here inside. I know as a Tasmanian bowler, he players like Paul Harmon and Thriff and Ramsden were terrorising bowlers around Tasmania from Burnie for a good 10-year period. Won a lot of pairs titles together. One of the better pairs combinations Tassie's had.
Yeah, there are a lot of flags in here. Look what they've won.
They've got the team of the century up on the board behind the rink as well. We'll be able to see they want to go to the 45s next end.
It's a ripper from Josh Thornton.
That's 4 now. The danger bells are ringing for Queensland. Big bowl needed here from Damien. Clive's urging for it to come home. Well, he's cut some down. Cut one out is the indication from Clive. Still holding 3, Victoria.
Josh Thornton.
Yeah, he'll be a little bit disappointed with that one, with his lofty standards he sets himself.
But this is a pretty promising end from the Victorians. So Damien having a look and surveying with Clive and Brett. What he needs to be doing.
Yeah, I think Damo's considering whether he plays weight or just tries to draw and bet his last. I mean, he can bowl a good bowl and still be 3 down here. So he may elect to play a little bit of weight. Time will tell.
So Damien Delgado, world champion. Down by 1, down 3 at the head. Big bowl coming up. Has played with weight and cleared 2 Queensland bowls away. 1, 2, 3. 4 it is.
That's a great start for the Vics.
Well, they need shots. That's the big one for the Victorians here, because losing to New South Wales has put them into 3rd position. They're 3-1 plus 4 shot difference. If they can beat Queensland, they'll be equal with them. But Queensland have plus 31. So 27 shots difference. I was talking to Josh Barry and Lucas before this and saying, well, looks like you need to win by 15. They're a third of the way there.
Yeah, well, New South Wales have got a bye in the next round, so whatever they can do this round is it for them.
Yep.
So it's a big day for the male para players. It's men's triples all 3 rounds today, so all players out on the green all day. Towards the end of the week as well, so their conditioning and fitness will certainly come into it come that final game this afternoon as well.
Here comes Lucas Protopappas. Who we just made eye contact with before and made us both giggle there, Connor.
Yeah, I was fixing up the cameras before. During the last set, he was whinging about his bowls, and Josh Barry said when you whinge, you're usually good, and now 2 pretty good bowls, like this one here as well.
Yeah. He's had a really good start, and I think another thing, you look at Lucas, his improvement over the last couple of years has been huge. Great to watch.
It's made a correction there, not quite enough, so Josh now trying to apply some further pressure. It's in the count.
Victorians are heaping the pressure on Queensland. It's stemming from this leading and twin performance from Lucas and Josh B.
Yeah, Clive and Brett are just scratching around a little bit. Of course, Queensland had a bye in the first round, so sometimes how you look at that, whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage, but, they're still feeling their way out there today.
So a little sidebar, we put up a Nathan Black happy birthday post on BA's social media platforms today. Aaron Tees, hopefully someone gives him a smile. Happy birthday, Mr. MVP.
Just needs this to run, Clive. Foot more would have been perfect. We're going to cross over with Victoria holding 2 again here.
Well, a big win is exactly what they're after, and it wasn't really looking like it was their day.
I think this is one of the games where Queensland just need to win the mat back because the Victorians have gone ditch to ditch and they're certainly outplaying the Queenslanders at the moment. So they just need to find a way to get the mat back and change the game.
So 2-hour time limit, which means this one will finish at 1:15. Josh Thornton
wants to be careful.
Yep.
Oh.
2 up to 2 up.
It's a bit fortunate that caught on Lucas's bowl.
Well, that's why if you're a skip, it's good to have your leads have bowls passed.
Yep.
For moments like that. And also moments where you want to trail it back to that.
We know that Damo knows the line down here because he's bowled some pearlers, and this one's coming to a good spot too. Good shot.
Do apologise, it wasn't an earthquake in Burnie.
Oh, we had one in Devonport the other day, so...
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't know what happened there, but yeah. One of the cords, maybe a little ajar.
Yeah, can Josh get to this jack high bowl of Damo's?
Just couldn't clear.
It's made it hard for Damo on that hand now. So onto his forehand.
Damo says I haven't got wide enough for that gap. So it'll be another score to Victoria. One more. They extend the gap. 9 shots to 3. A 15-shot win gets Victoria above Queensland on the table. We'll see if there's anything less. 14 shots will actually do it. Again, easier said than done, but they're nearly halfway there. But equally, Queensland have enough time to peg the margin back. If you're going to drop numbers, you better drop them early.
This jack's going to go back to the tee again. Of course, kitty rolling, jack rolling is very underrated. We can see it in this game awesome at the moment. It's been very critical in this game so far.
Jeez, he's looking good, Lucas.
It's in a nice rhythm, isn't he? You can see that he's feeling really comfortable on the rink and knows what it's doing. I think in some ways, leading's good if you're in a good rhythm because it's a nice, simple game. That's more like it from Brett Sellers. Brett's going to switch over here to his backhand.
Damien saying wherever this one goes is good. Good person to have as his skip. Damien Delgado, just such a positive person and brings that energy onto the rink. He's a very funny man as well. Some of his comments on Rinkside Live, very, very funny. I remember during Worlds, we'd be commenting or would be commentating, and all of a sudden you'd see a comment from him going, "When's Jimmy Reynolds playing?" I was like, "Well, whenever you're playing, Damo."
Yeah, both got a good sense of humour, Josh and Damo. We had a great game, as we mentioned, between Josh and Jimmy yesterday. I was sitting behind the rink for a little while, and it was Jimmy muttering away to himself, and Josh was bouncing around everywhere. And at one stage, it was a very close measure. We had Steve Beckwith marking, and he indicated to Josh that he thought he had shot. And then Josh said, on a scale of 0 to 100, how confident are you on that? He said, I'm not sure that I'm allowed to ask you that, but...
Clive. Jinx.
We were both excited, Val.
Yep.
We knew what was coming. What a ripper. This might be just what Queensland need to get their game moving.
Currently holding 1 or 2.
Nice little funnel there for Josh to work in on, though. They don't have anything behind the head, but 2 down at the head already. That won't concern Josh. He'll be making sure he's just arriving to this head and sit through something and hang around. Edge of the bowl at 2 o'clock is a great result. Looks like he's electing to play out on his forehand, which is interesting. He's got a clear run there, I guess.
Very close. Damo needs to apply the pressure here.
Not sure it'll come back from out there. Into a very good spot, though. They've got 2 seconds, so Josh might go fairly big at this.
Try and rip them both out.
Yeah. If it happens to kill, he'll still have the spot. So I might see a snooker special here, Val.
Well,
Eddie Charlton special coming up.
Well, we'll see. Wait it is. Jack goes into the pit. 2 down to 2 down. And Clive says to Damo, do you want to see where the Jack is? Damo says, yeah, that'll help. Damien Delgado on the backhand. Can he make it a third and cut the margin back to 3? Not sure he sent it with the weight here, Troy. It's coming.
I think it's going to be just a few feet short of what he needs.
But still 2.
And more importantly, it gives them the mat back. Be interesting to see if there's a little team discussion here on what they do.
So 9 shots to 5 in favour of Victoria, who need to win this by 14 to overtake Queensland on the table. But a win first and foremost.
Brett's brought the mat up about 6 feet. Yeah, significantly shorter here. So now this will be interesting. Who can adjust to this new length the quickest? So Connor made mention of the Burnie team of the century. You can see that in the background there, the painting that's there. The bowls that are on the green on that painting are photos of the players in that team of the century.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I wouldn't want to be one of the short bowls.
No, you'd want to be the one closest to the jack, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd want to be shot.
Yeah. How do they decide who got that?
Don't know.
There's a lot right on the lip of the ditch too. Here's Lucas on the backhand.
Close here. Lucas Prota Pappas. What a howler.
He's enjoying himself. He gives a raised eyebrow to someone over there with a camera. Yeah, the old side eye.
Can Brett run the journey here? Stay around that bowl? No. Great chance now for Lucas to consolidate this head. A little wider than his first. Into a good spot. Good leading there. One on, one behind. Oh, Clough finds the hole. It's not a huge one, but he found it. And that's not in the best spot either for Queensland.
So what would you be playing here if you were Clive?
Yeah,
Troy?
exactly what Damo's just asked him. Just to have a little niggly search underneath his own here on the forehand. Got a couple there to sit through and stay. Can't take his own out, so just a few feet over. It's not 100 miles away. Not 100 miles away. What a shot. Pretty good effort for an off-centre jack there too from Josh. 18 inches short. So the replay here. Just played that supremely. Great shot from Clive Williams.
Well, there's a place in Melbourne, a restaurant under the Pullman near the MCG called the Clive Den. Well, Burnie Bowls Club indoor facility, I think is Clive's Den.
Indeed.
He's playing really well, but a lot of them are. Lucas has been on song, probably winning this lead battle. Clive winning the battle of the seconds at the moment, and the skip sort of jostling around. Josh has probably had the better of Damo so far.
To be fair, though, Josh has probably had better heads to play to.
True, and I think that's how Lucas has really set things up. He's been amazing, and Josh Barry has done some pretty good work. You know, there's a reason why his bowl is holding shot.
Needs a clean run. Yep. Does enough. Just run on. I thought I liked that bowl. It just ran on an extra 18 inches more than I thought it was. It's a good sider. Damo doesn't need to make much correction here. Certainly on a high line. It's very well played.
Got enough. Yes, he has.
This isn't a bad line either, Val.
No. Just all weight dependent now for Josh Thornton. Gap it is 2 more to Queensland. And from 9-3, it's now 9-7. Almost at the halfway point of this matchup. 15 ends, 2-hour time limit. Played 7. And be interesting. I think we'll get that last end in just on time. The way that they're playing at the moment. Of course, when it comes to a time limit, all you have to do is roll the jack and you can complete that end, because anytime the jack leaves your hand, it counts as the start of an end.
Yeah, most of the games have been finishing right on that 2-hour mark. A lot of teams still playing that last end when it hits. It's a balancing act, the time limits for the conditions of play, because we need to take into account with the para players their physical abilities to be able to get through a whole week of bowls and how much bowls we're asking them to play, but then also allowing them enough time to complete as many games as possible as well. Everyone likes to see a game go to its full conclusion. And Brett Sellers, last 2 ends, he's firing right up. See there in the foreground, the tall gentleman playing for Western Australia with the arm. Been very impressed with him, with his leading this week. He's played some terrific bowls for WA. And we'll actually see him in Game 3 today.
Yeah, so in lightness as to what's happening there, Troy, we do have a change.
Yes, we were due to have a ladies' triples game, but we've women's pairs game in the live stream for the last round, but one of the competitors is not feeling so well and may not be able to compete in that game. So for the interest for the viewers, we've switched a game over to make sure we've got some televised coverage there of that last round. So,
making me work longer.
Indeed. So we'll actually see this Victorian trio in battle again up against the WA men.
Well, could be a title decider. Lucas Protopapas. Really good effort. He's leading unbelievably well. Next rink over, Tasmania leading 14-2 over WA. New South Wales 8-7 up over South Australia. So if New South Wales drop their game, brings them right back to the pack. They got a bye next as well.
They do, so this is it for them.
Yep, they have to win to give themselves any chance of winning it.
Of course, if you've got interest in the other games that are going on, all games are being live scored on Bowlsling. So get into the results portal and you'll see end-by-end updates of what is happening on each of the rinks. Volunteers are manning that and doing a wonderful job.
There it is. There's the app. Bowlslink, App Store, Google Play.
If you haven't updated your Bowlslink app yet, do. It's magnificent. Great improvements.
That hasn't quite helped Queensland, but there is a big shelf there for Damien Delgado to play to.
Looks juicy, Val.
Yep, as Matt Lucas said during BPL, Connor. That's a yum-yum.
Yum, I like that one.
Josh Barry, what's his option here? What's he doing? I think looks as though he's going around the back.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yep.
Perfect goal there from Josh Barry.
Look at Lucas with that cheeky grin on his face. Raising his eyebrows because he knows he's playing well. He knows.
There's nowhere he'd rather be right now. Dare say he's even enjoying this more than playing Survivor at Darabin.
Oh, he doesn't enjoy playing that, that's for sure. When he wins, he enjoys it anyway.
So it'll be interesting to see what Damo's decided to do here, how much weight he's going to play. Play whatever he's comfortable with, really, because it's going to be very difficult to outdraw those three. He's certainly arriving.
So he's going to hit something, spills it out,
Whoa.
and does it remain in bounds? It does. So he's very close to have made two here, possibly.
Yep. 2 indicated by Josh Barry.
That's a great bowl from Damien Delgado.
And we're in uncharted territory out here. I wonder if Josh is going to go inside out, because it's going to be very close out to the rink edge of the green here. I have no idea what it's going to do out here.
Interesting.
Oh, look at this coming in. Look at this. Oh.
I reckon he's gone too far. He's cut it down, but
It's off the screen as well.
I think, I reckon he might have just squeezed it too far. Still got one more to make amends.
He's cut it down at least. He was 2 down. And he's had a really good sider with that one.
Damien Delgado wants it to hold or hit the bowl.
Gee.
Finds the ditch. See on screen, Josh Barry going to pick it up. So what's Josh Thornton going to do? Is there an option where he can sit this bowl away for 3 maybe? Sit and stay?
Yeah, that's definitely an option. Depends how greedy he wants to get.
Yeah. It's just, I know that you do need to win, but when you need to try and make up shots.
Yeah, he's playing big for it.
Bowl or jack, doesn't want to get his own. So one more to Queensland. 3 ends on the bounce, 9-3 down. It's now 9-8 in favour of Victoria. 8 ends played. 7 to go. Medal on the line. Depends which colour these two want. Matt remains up, Troy.
Yep, well, they've won every end since they've changed the length. The Queenslanders. It's probably a touch longer than they maybe would have liked.
The good thing for Lucas Protopapas is it doesn't really matter what length they're playing, he's nailing
pretty
it.
Well, yeah. It's been more that the Queenslanders have improved and matched him rather than where it was early, so.
How have the dinner options been up here, Troy?
Well, as a Tasmanian, I know how good the seafood is here in Tassie, so I've taken a couple of opportunities to head to the Burnie waterfront and sample some crumb scallops.
Okay.
Very tasty indeed. Found a nice little Italian joint in Burnie as well.
Yeah, we'll have to take you to the one in Devonport.
I'm looking forward to it.
Valentino's. It's all in the name.
Indeed. Is it slightly salty?
No, it's okay. Pizza was delicious. Parma, not bad. I'm going to get the lasagna next time we go.
Nona's lasagna, hey?
The best.
And this is pretty good too. This is pretty tasty. Oh, doesn't quite reach the jack, but they'll hold two. And Lucas is being forced to change hands. I don't think he's had a bowl on this hand yet. Tell you what, he's changed hands pretty well here. Well, he's got two good bowls in the head. Couldn't have played that much better. Good effort too.
Yeah.
Now, what does Josh call here? He's got bowls to sit on that other hand, or he can still play the left-hander's backhand and promote Lucas. Now, will it get down from out there?
It's trying.
Gets one out. And now it's a bit lonely, that Queensland bowl.
The final sessions of the Paranationals will be played tomorrow, 8:45, I want to say.
I think you're right. I should know. I'm running the show, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's 8:45. So it'll be 3 hours for the men's finals. There will be the final round of the women's triples being played at the same time, but they'll be staying to their normal 2-hour time limit. He's again in the area there, Josh, but unfortunately hasn't made the head any easier. Like his namesake.
Looking forward to that. So due to finish around 11:45, then presentations, and then Troy gets to come back to Devonport.
I've got the afternoon off in Burnie, so I've packed up here.
Yep.
So I'm a bit of a Scotch connoisseur, and I've heard there's a very good whiskey distillery here in Burnie.
Okay.
So I'm going to head there Saturday afternoon. Old Hellier Distillery, I think it's called. If you're a local Burnie person, put something in the comments to let me know that that's correct.
Yep. I can tell you it's correct.
It's correct?
Yeah.
So I might be smuggling a bottle of that back to Queensland with me.
And that's
One down to the Jack High Bowl. Damo, unfortunately, just promoting that Victorian Bowl.
But yeah, on the way home tomorrow, Connor's going to take me to see the big penguin in Penguin, and then probably head home and try and do a little bit of exercise. Haven't had that much time to do that.
We were talking about Italian before. I feel like I've had Italian every meal. Lots of carbs. It's no exercise.
No.
Bit of carb loading, boys.
Been hitting the steps every day, though.
Yeah.
Which has helped. Maybe not today.
Good boy. Josh has just remembered he's in front of the camera. Serena Bernal has almost wrapped up her singles game already on the far rink.
Yeah, she's enjoying herself immensely.
I dare say her shot differential is quite substantial, Val, in the singles ladders.
Yeah, it's not bad. Plus 60. The next best, plus 19. So poor Annette Raffle is on the receiving end of a Serena Bonnell barrage.
Looking intently at this, Josh. Is it going to get down for him? Don't think it will. So Queensland survive.
They do, despite a little bit of bad luck from Damo, and all of a sudden, guess what? We're at 999. 9 all after 9 ends. 6 to go.
Another one each. They'll be level, Val.
I was waiting for that. That Corbyism. So up next, we've got Western Australia's men up against Victoria. WA not really enjoying themselves too much against Tasmania next door, 16-7.
David Minns has been on fire and played some absolute bombs.
A Mindy masterclass. We've seen that many times before.
Spoke about my scotch when Brett Sellers is opening the cellar door right now. He's really come into the game, matching it with Lucas, who continues to play well, but Brett is really taking it to him now.
And it just starts to make you feel a little bit more rattled. Lucas just under here, dropping short too. Beautiful drive up the coast this morning.
It's a really nice drive from Devonport to Burnie, isn't it?
It's
some of those water panoramas you get.
Yeah, where you drive sort of, you got the ocean to your left and there's sort of that little river. Oh, sorry, ocean to your right and the river to your left. It's, quite stunning. And then even the view of Burnie from afar, you can see that. I've got it confirmed, actually. It's a big pile of sawdust, kind of not sand, apparently. Massive pile, and they use it to ship out. Of course, known about Burnie for a few years. They've got an ATP Challenger tournament down here. Bernard Tomic won it 1 year, so Burnie won in Burnie.
Josh Barry. That is an absolute howler. Brilliant.
Had some very good tennis players come down here to play. John Millman, Bernard Tomic, and Hyun Chung, AO semi-finalist. my man Stéphane Robert.
Oui, oui.
He was an absolute gun. Used to really, when he had that French flair about him. Interviewed him once for my podcast I did. He's a lovely man.
Yeah, can Josh repeat the dose here? It's just hanging on him. Beautiful weight again.
Lucas still has a smile on his face. Talking to Damo before, saying how difficult it would be for someone like Brett Sellers, because when you're walking so much this week, especially in the outdoor greens that are heavy underfoot, the blistering above your prosthetic due to the friction and all that sort of stuff. You and I would know all about blisters over the last couple of weeks, Troy.
Yeah, we were blister brothers at the BPL, weren't we?
Oh God, that was horrendous. My toe doubled in size. But yeah, it's Damien Delgado. Very close. But yeah, Brett, you can imagine how difficult it would be with that constant sort of niggling pain that blisters provide.
Yeah, will Josh slow down in time here? Quite. So interesting conundrum coming up here. Depending on what Damo does, as you mentioned, Val, Victoria are chasing shots. So does Josh consider taking a risk and trying to play that Queensland, even though it's in front of the head? Does he consider trying to play it out? Damo's not going to give him a chance to do that. He's drawn a good second. That was a good bowl. It's taken away that opportunity to make a number.
Queensland from 9-3 down. Won 4 ends in a row. And are looking mightily promising. And this could end, if they win it, Queensland.
Basically makes it unassailable, doesn't it, with New South Wales having a bye?
Yeah, so they would have to, they know what they have to do tomorrow morning. Or this afternoon, sorry. So they'll take on Tasmania after this. So if they win this, all they have to do is take victory in their last game. And they will be the champions.
Yeah, they've got a pretty sizable percentage advantage over New South Wales.
Problem is if they lose here, though, New South Wales are getting pushed by South Australia. The South Australians are in front. So that could also make things really interesting for Victoria. Find themselves ahead once again, 10-9. New South Wales haven't led yet. They've been tied.
Interesting, Lucas didn't take the mat all the way back to the 6 foot mark like I thought he might have.
He's not overly happy with his jack roll either.
It's pretty samey same to what Queensland were throwing.
Yep, and that's why he's annoyed. Lucas it's been prolific in the last couple of years, just getting better and better. Played the last few National Development Series. Was at Club Helensvale this year. Broadbeach Year 1, Tweed Year 2.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to cover that series, and it was some great bowls played in that development series. It was really competitive. Great to see that next generation that's coming through. Sport is in very good hands.
Lucas, he's given this a little bit more juice. Josh is telling it to just slow down. Noticed on this green as opposed to Devonport, players are, I think, managing to find their line a little quicker.
Yeah, it's a pretty kind line here.
Damo said it doesn't punish you too much, whether you're narrow or wide. Generally pretty forgiving.
The leads have left it pretty wide open here for the seconds. So no one's taken this in by the scruff of the neck as yet.
Yeah, the winning bowl definitely not been played.
Such has been the standard. This is, the loosest end
Yep.
we've seen for the whole game. Lucas mucked up everyone with
Yeah.
Jack roll, didn't he?
Well, he knew it.
What can Josh do here? He's got about 3 feet to correct. He's done a fair job on the weight, but it's just hanging out there for him. So still plenty of room here for Clive. I guess he is ringside Clive today.
Yes, he is. On rink Clive.
Well,
That'll do.
gets the user-friendly rub. Played it with perfect weight. Got a primo result. Good shot. Big face on Damo's. A big smile on Damo's face, I should say. You don't have a big face, Damo. Beautiful rhythmic delivery. Josh Thornton. Nice rolling delivery off the mat.
Well, someone's phone's gone off. Very rare that you do hear the ringtone these days.
Yeah, the old school rotary phone.
It's funny that that's the ringtone I have with my phone, but always have it on silent.
You'd be too young to know about the rotary phones in a house, wouldn't you?
I have been around a couple, but I never used them. But it's funny though, remember when you were younger and you used to actually pay for a ringtone? Just to,
Yeah.
like Crazy Frog or something like that. And
Yeah.
now I haven't turned my phone on or off silent for probably 10 years.
You used to buy the replacement cases for the Nokias to change the colour of them.
Yeah, it wasn't to protect them. They didn't need protecting.
Now Josh, he's up through his own bowl here.
And up
And up.
into...
Oh.
No. Yeah, those phones didn't need protecting. I reckon you could drop them off the Burj Khalifa in Dubai and that phone would still be okay. The concrete wouldn't.
Damo with a free kick. He hasn't got a lot of room.
Not happy with himself, so they still just can't get the lead, Queensland.
Well, I did tell you if they got another one each, they'd be level.
And you were bang on the money. And guess what, Troy? If they get another one each, they're still going to be level. Now, what does a tie do in this situation? So
Now you're throwing a cat amongst the pigeons, Val.
yeah, I like to do that. So New South Wales are leading South Australia 12-11 thanks to a 2. So it would put them provisionally.
Well, it'd be terrible for Victoria. That's
Yep.
the first thing.
Yep.
Because
So
that puts them out of the race for gold.
yep.
not the end of the world for Queensland. It would force them to have to win that game against Tassie in the afternoon.
Yeah. So there's plenty of permutations here. A win is what Victoria desperately crave. Queensland can afford to drop it and still win the title.
Well, one of the sections of our men's singles, we had one section with a bye, and the two players played a draw in their last game, and top two went through. There was one shot difference between who went through and who missed out. I had to crawl through the card box and just do a double check and make sure everything was correct. So it was only, the Tasmanian...
in the women's
pairs,
pairs.
Men's pairs it was.
Throwing me off there, Troy.
Sorry about that.
Oh, wow. So one loss, one draw, -3, -4. So one shot saw Jeremy Bracken and Jacob Sheeran-Wall get through. Lost to Brett Sellers and Clive Williams in the semi-final. Lucas has probably had his best lead end for maybe 2 or 3 ends.
Yeah, he went off and had a coffee there for a couple of ends, but he's back on here.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind a coffee. They were pretty good here at Burnie.
Yep. Vanessa and the crew here are looking after us very well. We had some nice lunches too. We had sweet and sour pork yesterday.
Oh, are you serious?
It's magnificent.
I missed out. Are you actually serious?
And we got dessert for lunch as well. Chocolate brownie it was.
I have that's the brownie, is it?
That was the brownie. I'm just showing Val a picture of the brownie that I had yesterday. Magnificent.
Will we get it today?
I'm not sure. There'll be something on offer.
I love sweet and sour pork. You actually shattered me.
Clive loves getting close to the jack. He's done it again. That's not a bad line.
That's a great delivery from Josh Barry.
What a shot. It's fallen down too. Still holding. Just lessened the shelf a little for Queensland to use. Now, can Clive carry to stay on the inside of his own? Hasn't quite got the weight to do it. Yeah, Josh is advising Josh at the other end that a little toucher here would be fantastic. Thank you very much. As the legend Rexy Hunt would have said, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. If you can get hold of this jack.
He's in behind this.
Well, he hasn't got the jack, but he's added another shot.
So we've got 3 ends to play after this one. Got 28 minutes on the clock, so there's going to be absolutely no problems in getting these ends in before the time limit. So 2-hour time limit, then we'll have about an hour break before the final session. Have some lunch, have a rest. Enjoy the sights of Burnie. Go for a quick drive, maybe. It's not raining. The juniors must have been absolutely fuming when they saw the forecast today.
I saw Tyrone Alberti posted on Facebook a beautiful panoramic shot of Devonport.
That's where I was going with that. Took the words out of my mouth, Troy.
So here we go. A trail for 5 is on here.
It's quite interesting. Some of the New South Wales players were very greedy. Their fours triple. They won the girls' fours and triples. and then won the overall girls and the overall state.
It's testimony to their junior program.
Same with the boys as well. So some of them came home with 4 gold medals. Made a joke to Talia Kennedy that she has to go to IKEA, get a new cabinet. So Victoria in a pretty good position here.
Damo will be hoping to get to that back bowl, even if it's only third shot, to block off that 5. And he's done a very good job. That's a really good bowl, even though he's still 2 down. Queenslanders will be very happy with that one.
Yeah. But they still can't manufacture a way to put themselves in front. And yes, there's time, but that time is slowly dwindling.
Just a dead draw here now for Josh. Trying to add a third.
He's close.
The Vics are behind him.
And he's not got there. But still, it's 2. Probably not going to get that 14-shot win that we were talking about. But they're back up by 2. And this is, funnily, they've been in front the whole game, but this is the biggest lead that they've had since N7. So it's been pretty close. Queensland came at them with 4 ends in a row from N6 to 9.
Lucas has got that jack back to the...
Yeah, it's a better roll.
Where he wanted it. Line's fair. It'll hold on a fair bit. That's a good start. Just sails past there, so good chance for Lucas to consolidate this head now. To bid you farewell at the end of this, and Val, go over and check the lunch menu out for you. And
that's rather rude, Troy.
I would love to stay and watch the end of this thrilling match, but duty calls.
Oh, fair enough. We see how it is. You've changed. The AO, you would never have done this. But a change in role means a change in Troy.
That's it.
He's a big deal. No, thank you for jumping on with us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you back on Ringside Live, and we'll see you a lot more at senior sides and sides.
Yeah, looking forward to getting down to Devonport.
I wonder, I've got to try and get another Bronwyn Hagger stream on. Last year she gave us an absolute show, saving, I think it was 27 shots in her matchup against Tasmania, and I reckon we got to get Bronwyn Hagger on again.
Sounds like a plan to me. Josh is after it. Just got a little bit lazy on the turn for him there.
still holding, I reckon it's pretty close to 4. 13.
Clive. Yeah, sorry, Val. Clive's been playing this backhand well, though. I'd be surprised if he fails twice in a row. Well, I've put the curse on him.
So this could be the end that Victoria might label as one that helped kickstart their push towards a win in the title here. New South Wales 13-11 ahead of South Australia. That's after 12. If South Australia can find something, could make things really interesting between Victoria and New South Wales going into the final session. And we'll know exactly what happens. We'll bring you that coverage. Due to bring you Victoria versus WA after this. If the Vics win, they'll be equal on wins with Queensland. Josh Thornton.
That's another. The Bowls Damo's played this week, though. I'd be very surprised if, even if he doesn't get shot, that he will cut this down. He's been playing magnificently.
So, he's dipping under.
And for all the Queensland supporters, I will now shut up because that's the second Moz in a row I've given them.
He may have cut it down, though.
Yeah, it's hanging on. He probably doesn't want that to fall down, that bowl. Oh.
And, well, he's done it again.
I really do apologise to all the Queenslanders watching. That's completely on me and my fault.
So, big bowl for Josh Thornton. Trying to add in a really decent number, telling it to turn harder.
Line's great.
Does it stop? You bet it does. So, they're at least holding a 4.
Just needs to fix that line. I think he has. Clive's getting excited.
Is it going to run?
No.
It's not. So, that wing bowl, though, might just be a rose in between a few different little thorns. How many have we kicked out there? 3.
A rose between some Thorntons.
Yes. Umpire called. So this is at least a 3, which means it's a 5-shot lead at the minimum to Victoria.
I think they did kick out a 4th as well, Val.
They did. Oh, yes. No, you're right. So that's 4. And that Damien Delgado bowl could be the difference between an 8-shot lead and a 6-shot lead.
Well, Josh has asked the umpire to measure the other New South Wales bowl too, Victoria bowl too. So it's a potential for a 6.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think this is close. I think that one at about 2 o'clock is probably out of the count.
We have the Austin Powers laser out on the green.
Laser.
I love it.
What we need is a shark with a laser measure attached to its head.
There we go. Bring the crowds back.
Yeah. Maybe if we get an ITO with the last name Shark.
Great.
A laser attached to her head. Or his head. Amy Shark, maybe. Get her into bowls.
So we saw a laser measure at the BPL, 0.001.
Yep.
I think it decided a tiebreaker, didn't it? Or a set?
No, tiebreak.
Yeah.
And from my angle, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going to the Melbourne Extreme, no problems. I was right, but...
Had good eyes, Val, at 0.001.
From about 20 metres away, it was literally just based on an angle that I was looking at. So, looks as though it's going to be at least a 6-shot lead to the Victorians. 2 ends to play. New South Wales now lead by 4 shots over South Australia, so they might they might have just saved things here. They are looking like they'll go into the final session. Pretty handy position. Yes. So was that a full count of 6? It was a full count of 6.
Well, that bowl falling out was huge for that end.
So from 10 all the good work that Queensland did to get from 9-3 to 10 all has been completely and utterly undone, and we're at the biggest margin of the match. 10 shots to 18.
Before the Queenslanders come arriving here with their pitchforks to chase me, I'm going to make a run for it.
No worries. Thank you very much for joining us, Troy. We may see you in the final session.
Yeah, no promises, but we might have a special guest for you in the last game, so we'll keep everyone in suspense for that one.
Okay, is it the Penguin? From Penguin?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh,
I'd bid you adieu. Thank you, Val.
Thanks, Troy. Troy Corbett, Bowls Australia's events manager, joining us on Rinkside Live. Well, Connor, this has been quite a weird game.
Yeah.
Momentum battles aplenty.
Well, we've said it all week with the singles that it's been momentum swing after momentum swing, but here we saw Victoria fly off and then Queensland just bring it back, and it looked like they were just going to run over the top, but then a huge 6 and Victoria back on top and not many ends of play.
Lucas has been supreme in this lead battle. Probably give him man of the match. Don't tell him I said that.
He'll let us know, won't he?
He will let us know. He'll go back and watch. He'll analyse everything we said, try and trip us up.
Get his chat GPT transcript.
Yeah. That won't work properly. He'll say we called him Lucas Protocactus or something. But know that we got your name right, Lucas, and you've got your bowls right. He's been wonderful. And now they need to start making a sharp move, Victoria. Because realistically, they can win the next couple of ends, Connor.
Yeah.
They put themselves in a really good position to attack Queensland on shots.
We see Lucas put another one in there, and the Victorian contingent pretty loud behind us.
What hasn't helped Victoria is that New South Wales will knock off, or look like they're going to knock off South Australia. So they're a win ahead, which means that they'll go to 5 wins and they're done. Queensland will stay at 4 wins. And Victoria have put in a 3rd. So to overtake Queensland with a round to go, they need to win by 14. That was a pipe dream 5 minutes ago. There's much more of a chance of that happening right about now because they're still holding 3 halfway through the end, and 2 of those are very short bowls. Lucas has put 1 jack high, 1 about 3 foot past. Josh Barry, if he can get one in as well. Two on the tee, holding 3. Clive Williams has got to be in here. Still 2 down. Could still be 3. It's close.
So the score is 18-10 to Victoria. Just wait for the scoreboard to be updated. New South Wales and South Australia. Can't quite tell who's holding over there. I reckon Might be South Australia Bowl. See a glimpse of a red sticker.
Yep. And Josh Thornton puts in a third. Things starting to unravel for the Queenslanders. New South Wales a 4-pack against South Australia. Damo is going to find a way through. Wow. So not sure what's happening with the scoreboard, but it's 18-10.
So Josh, can he add another to really push Damien Delgado a 4? Give him a lead of 12.
Which would be incredible. And they know that they have to chase shots. Wants it to settle because Damo may go for a bit of a drive. I reckon they've got 2 on the tee here too. South Australia next door, or a couple of rings over. I don't know if Damo's sent this. And Connor, from this could genuinely be a 4. It is 3. So from 10 all after 11 ends, it's now 21 shots to 10. And if Victoria score a 3 on this final end, they will jump Queensland on the table from 3rd and above Queensland.
They pretty much did in 4 ends.
Yep.
Could have scrapped the rest of the game and just had the final 4 ends.
But after four ends, they led 8-3.
Yeah.
And then went up to 9-3 after 5. Queensland got it to 9 all, was 10 all at the conclusion of the 11th end.
Lucas Protopapas. Oh, just fallen short. It's a handy start. We are endeavouring to get the scoreboard fixed. As Val mentioned, it is 21-10. On the scoreboard in the club, it says that, but Bowlslink has 15-10. Chance for Queensland, Lucas.
It's probably the loosest end that he's played. So they're chasing a 3. There's a measure going on for South Australia and New South Wales, 2 rinks over. And South Australia have just scored a 4. to go 15 all with an end to play. So if they win that final end and Victoria win this,
Josh Barry is close.
that's a ripper from Josh Barry.
What a bowl.
That is an unreal delivery from Josh Barry. So they're holding one. They know that they're going to win, but they're chasing another 2 shots. Can he do it again? Doesn't want any jack movement.
That'll
Eddie
do.
can do it again. That's 2. That is 2. So one more will put Victoria provisionally above Queensland on the table. New South Wales all of a sudden in some big trouble. Oh, that's a ripping bowl. That's a ripping bowl from Clive Williams. Still 1 down.
It just makes it that much harder to get that number that Victoria need. The magic 3.
Yep. So next up, Victoria have to play Western Australia. We're going to be covering that on Rinkside Live. A bit of a scheduling change. Queensland in round 7. They take on Tasmania and David Minns. And if New South Wales drop their game against South Australia, they're going to have to hope that both Victoria and Queensland lose their last games. Can the man affectionately known as JT one away?
I reckon that's in, Val.
So that's 2. Victoria need 1 more, and they will jump Queensland on the table. But Damien Delgado is pretty well pointed. He's very well pointed. And he's the party pooper. So if he can get rid of the bowl and stay, Josh Thornton, he's just ducked under. So Damien Delgado now shots at absolutely everything. They were almost holding that 3 that they were after. They won't quite jump Queensland on the ladder. But they're going to be mightily close to them. Damo get it in for 2 at least, maybe. Just the 1. And Victoria, thanks to an absolutely barnstorming run from N12 to 14, record a 21-11 win after being 10 all after 11 ends. And what that means for the final round is Victoria now goes to 4 wins, 1 loss, plus 14, Connor. And look, they're still a fair way behind on shots because Queensland 4 wins, 1 loss, plus 21. So they're still 7 shots behind Victoria. So they're still, it's not quite in their hands. They still have to do what they need to do, which is beat WA next. And we might stick around just to see if we can give you a proper scenario of what we can see that head over there. I don't know whose bowls are who, But if South Australia win that final end against New South Wales, it'll come down to Victoria and Queensland. Unless they both lose, in which New South Wales will be crowned the champions at the end of the day today. So Connor's done a good job here getting the head for you. But Victoria have gotten the job done. They win by 10. Josh Barry comes past and asks, what's for lunch? He's happy. He's in a ravenous mood. So it comes down to Jimmy Reynolds and Chris Flavel. And we will figure out what the scenario is with one round to play. So South Australia win this end. New South Wales would almost be done, barring catastrophe for both Victoria and Queensland in the final round. Victoria would have loved those extra couple of shots at the end. They would have really loved those, Connor.
Yeah, they would have. Jimmy Reynolds, Troy Corber was saying he's played some big bowls of his last bowl so far in his tournament. He's got 2 left. Can he do it again?
If New South Wales win this, it'll put them a hell of a long way ahead in terms of shots. And with that 1 win advantage. Chris Flavel, I reckon, is currently holding 1.
Yeah, that green, yellowy bowl you see on your screen just behind the jack.
So we can reiterate what this means is if South Australia beats New South Wales, it'll pretty much come down to Victoria and Queensland. And whoever wins by more shots, really. Queensland are currently 7 ahead of Victoria on shots up. Plus 21, Victoria plus 14. And New South Wales currently, they will hold on to top spot, even with a loss. But they've got a bye next, so they have no control over what happens. And it is Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland take on Tasmania. So Jimmy Reynolds to keep New South Wales alive. He's trotting in behind it. He hasn't done it, has he? Has Jimmy Reynolds just gone and done it? I don't think he has. Halfway up the green, bereft. He's a superstar, but sometimes you can be a centimetre off, and South Australia win by 2. So there is the equation. Victoria and New South Wales, if they win, they're guaranteed first and second. But in what order will that be, Connor? That's what we're going to find out after lunch. That's at 2 o'clock, 58 minutes, 2:15, 58 minutes time. We're covering Victoria versus Western Australia. And, well, it's going to come right down to the wire. Queensland or Victoria or New South Wales, still a slim chance for them if both lose. Looking forward to a huge final session. Well done to you, Connor.
Thanks very much, Val.
Looking forward to a huge final session coming up here at Burnie on day 5 of the Nationals. It's already going very, very
Day
quickly.
6. Day 5.
No, day 5. Day 5. Yeah, you had me guessing there for a sec. But day 5 of the Nationals at the Burnie Bowls Club. We'll be back very shortly.